Hi, my name is Alex. I'm here with Noel Lee. Welcome back to CHongqing, Noel.
Thank you, Alex.
But talking about the night economy that we experienced tonight, it was the first time that I have seen, the city this packed. And it was describing the night economy to people. When you hear that, you say, well, what is the night economy? Well, in a lot of cities from where I'm from in Canada, we used to have the city center, they call it the high street, where a lot of people come down there in the evening. And that really faded away in the last 2 decades. And that special part about going to the town center, maybe having a drink, grabbing some food, doing a bit of shopping, that I would say in most cities in North America is gone. There's, for many reasons, there's a risk reason for security. And here's China putting this effort into revitalizing these city centers. And tonight was a good example. What was your experience tonight? What did you feel when you were walking through the center of CHongqing?
I feel that there's not enough stuff. I wanted more.
You wanted more?
I wanted more, yeah, because the street was like a cross section. Okay. And although the stage was really big, right? They built a really big stage for the performance, but I guess the kind of booths and bazaar style environment could have been more. So nightlife, night economy is not something that's a stranger in Asia, right? In I would say in China itself, it's called the 夜市, right? In Hong Kong, you've seen the night market. So it's not something that's out of the ordinary here. But I see that because they were giving a lot of concessions, like $1, you can buy a regular tea bag that's usually priced at 44 RMB. It's only $1 here.
Really?
Right. So you can just buy 3 RMB for a drink that usually would be 15 RMB.
Oh, really?
And they were giving out free beers if you just touch something. I did that. So I think it's more like definitely a government push to try to revitalize.
Yeah, I think you're right. You got to remember, CHongqing is also one of the most traveled cities domestically here in China. So for them to take, I'm going to call it baby steps. We're going to do the baby steps into there. I mean, in 5 years, this whole night economy thing can be different. Now, my feeling about the night economy is I'm so used to these cities in China being vibrant on their own. But especially in CHongqing here, and now there's other examples here throughout the city about this style of market. We're seeing a lot of cars line up on streets where we call them cart booths. Booths come open, and we see this in various parts of the city here. So this city has pockets of this, this Bangkok experience that you've had. It's there, but I think now the city is trying to use the central point of the city here and try to be creative. The important part is that they have this ability now. Technology like Alipay has really helped these vendors sell. Where I'm from in Canada, sure, we have the point of sale, but the point of sale is extremely difficult. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the point of sale where somebody wants to buy an item, sell an item in Canada is very, very regulated. If you want to accept money, you either need, of course, company or incorporated, and I'm not really sure how the things work here in China, but just the point of sale where someone can instantly set up, have their phone, download the app with Alipay merchant, Alipay, consumer. That B2C business is flourishing. You show that QR code, you're open for business.
Yeah.
There's risks in North American markets with a lot of cash, taking a lot of money. And I'm focusing on North America here because North America does have a little bit of an issue when the sun goes down. Some of these communities are not as safe as we'd like to say, and you have somebody that's selling goods, accepting money. This could end bad. But here in China, it's a cashless, I would say almost a cashless society. 86%?
Yeah, because I just saw a TikTok video earlier today.
Okay.
I'll say it to you later.
Yeah.
It describes that China is 86% using cashless payments.
Wow. You're a business guy, right?
Right.
You've seen business change here in China.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing business here in China?
Wow. past 10 years, maybe.
Okay.
But in what you said, Alex, it also comes the other side of the coin.
Tell
The
me.
more people that goes into self-business, that means there's more competition.
Okay.
It's always good for the consumer, but then again, it breeds a more difficult time. Even for my own action figure business, I can see more and more independent, we call it the indie companies, right? Small companies like myself, competing, well, not competing, but putting out products. And then we see more of these. That means, it's not just me being the exception or two that is putting out a product against what the big boys are offering, but actually you can see that there's lots of indie companies, people with the same passion as myself, going to say, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to not waste time sitting around. I'm going to make up my mind. I'm going to do something. And that's what is being done. We are seeing all these companies coming up, providing excellent stuff. And exactly as what you said, the entry into getting a small business set up in China is so easy, but it breeds that competition. And at the end of the day, only the toughest and the best will survive. Nonetheless, it's just true. Yeah.
But I mean, doesn't that also say to us, you hear this this common line that people use, competition is good.
Yeah.
So what's next for Noel Lee this year? What's your ambitions?
I am looking forward to making my products delivered this year. Hopefully, get me back on track with some videos if things like CHongqing is on the cards, and basically just trying to focus on my business, which is exactly the reason why I'm in China in the first place. The reason why I cling onto being here was because everything of my business is dependent on me being in China. If I'm not in China, I can't do anything. It's as simple as that. So I'm actually grateful to be having the opportunity to be here. I am currently very much in my stride of making China my home.
Great.
And the future can only be brighter. We find our ways, we find the opportunities, and we just push on. We just wake up every day and thinking that tomorrow I'm going to do better than yesterday, and that's what drives me every day.
Last question I got for you, Noel. How can we find you?
You can always find me on my YouTube channel, which is YouTube/Noel Lee 89.
Great. We'll put a link in the description, and you can contact Noel Lee if you've got any questions about business in China, how he operates his projects. And it's been a great pleasure to run into you again in the great city of CHongqing. You're welcome back anytime. You're one of the ambassadors here.
Thank you.
Everyone here from iChongqing, my name is Alex, and I want to wish you all a great day. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Thank you.